After actually watching the the LSU game, I think that the things that we take from that are that we were focused on the right things and felt like our guys really competed, which is what we're looking for, and ultimately that's what we're looking for every night. As I've said so many times, we feel like if we'll do those things, you at least give yourself an opportunity and put yourself in positions to have a chance to win the game. And then it comes down to some basketball stuff like making shots and getting a key stop here and there, but that focus that we wanted was there, and the challenge is, as it has been all year, and as it is when you're building a program, is getting that consistently at the level that you need, and we're going to need it just as much and probably more. When we go on the road tomorrow against a Vanderbilt team that, as I said the first time we played them, I think is as good as anybody in this league. They're extremely deep. They're huge. They've got a phenomenal shooter and scorer in Jenkins, as we all know, and a very balanced attack, and just really a very difficult matchup, and couple that with the fact that we're going on the road, second road game of the week, and we're going to need that same kind of focus and competitiveness that we've been talking about.
Coach, is Ramon going to remain starting?
Yes.
And how about Steven Spinell? Is he healthy again? Will he be traveling?
He is. He practiced yesterday. Looked like he'd been in bed for 2 days. Physically lost some weight, but he'll be available.
What do you think brought the focus to the team? That you got?
What I think brought the focus
to
the team? I don't know. I'd say focusing on the right things on Monday and Tuesday probably helped us focus on Wednesday. And I think again it's an ongoing process with a very young team. As you build a program, understanding that that's what it has to be every day, regardless of what you're doing. That means if you're watching film, if you're shooting free throws, or if you're practicing as hard as you can possibly practice, just the kind of focus and being locked in on competing that it takes for us to be our best. I think we've shown we can play with and beat anybody. We've also shown we can not play well and lose to anybody, and I think that's true for really everybody in college basketball, for the most part. There may be in Ohio State or a handful of teams out there every year that's not true for, but for most everybody else that it is, and so hopefully that's something that we're continuing to learn.
It seems like when Bruce and Sam had a pretty productive night, it lifts the rest of the team, as in the game a couple nights ago.
Yeah, I think so. But I think one of the positives from the other night, from a number standpoint, Sam wasn't overly productive. He played really well. Was a tremendous presence for us, and got the game started right. Had a big bucket late finish. Still had 4 blocks. Was outstanding defensively. I mean, absolutely outstanding defensively. And so he played really well. But from a number standpoint, it wasn't a situation where Sam, was unbelievable. I think we play well when our team's focused on the right things, and obviously if those two guys are focused on the right things, there's a good chance they're going to rise to the top a little bit, just because Sam's a senior and our best inside presence, and Bruce is our most talented player and has the most ability to make plays.
With Sam approaching the shot block record, what makes him a good shot blocker?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things. I think he's got great length. He's got great natural timing. He's got a real knack for being able to go after the ones he can get and be able to block them without putting himself in a precarious situation or at a disadvantage where he can pick up a foul or take himself too far out of position. And he's just done a really good job with that. Our style of play has maybe freed him up to be even more aggressive with it. But to his credit, he's done a phenomenal job of taking advantage of that and as I said, picking his times right. I mean, he's not one of those guys that's just swatting at everything, and that takes I think a great deal of timing and instinct, but also probably some maturity on his part. And he's been outstanding, and you would expect that he would at some point, whenever it is, with the number of games we have left, break that record. And anytime you can say you're the best at something in school history, especially a school like this, I think that's something that's really special.
After the game, did McKean feel any lingering effects from his previous injury? Is he back to 100%?
Yeah, no, he felt good. I mean, I think there's going to be some soreness, throughout the remainder of the year. I just think that's kind of the situation, but much better yesterday than he was. So I think the week that he had, accomplished what our medical staff wanted it to, and he'll be ready to go tomorrow.
You got a couple of nice conference road wins. A little surprised at how well they're playing on the road, especially being so young.
I don't know. That's a good question, Rick. I think, for whatever reason, in the 2 wins that we've had tremendous focus. And, we've done the things defensively and on the glass that we needed to put ourselves in position, to make plays. I thought, though we didn't score a ton the other night, offensively we were as good as we've been. We really moved the ball well. We didn't settle. For the most part, it was our best night on shot selection. And, again, it's amazing what can happen when guys are focused on the right thing and doing it for the team.
Has this Vanderbilt team changed at all since the first time you played them?
I think that, contrary to maybe their last couple of games, and to some degree, I think you have to throw the Arkansas game completely out. Arkansas was phenomenal that night. Everybody has those nights. And, Vanderbilt was coming off a really tough situation where I don't even believe they practiced on Friday because they attended the funeral of their walk-on that lost his mom tragically. And so I think you throw that out the window and you have to look at, individuals especially getting better. Jenkins, we already knew was really good and could shoot it. He's now putting the ball on the floor. He's getting to the foul line more. I think Azalea has really improved on the inside around the basket and the things that he's doing. And they're so explosive offensively and so dangerous that I think that they are doing well. They may not feel that way, but from an outside looking in, I think they're a terrific basketball team.
What does it mean for your game plan to have such a dominant shot blocker, have a dominant shot blocking team as you've had this year?
Well, I think it helps. It's a weapon for us, without question, and it allows us to be pretty aggressive defensively, and I think that it's just another way of stopping shots. There's a lot of ways to do it defensively, and having somebody that can block shots definitely changes things. And maybe the biggest part of it is that the ones that don't show up in the stat column, where maybe a guy changes a shot or he thinks about it a little bit differently because you have some presence out there. And that we were fortunate to inherit Sam and how good he is. Obviously, the whole time leader and going to be in school history, but that's something that we want by design too with our length and athleticism. That's why you see guys like DeMontre Harris and even John Dre Jefferson, who we recruited, and R.J. Slauson's a capable shot blocker, and we think Murphy Holloway is going to bring some of that too.